Hey you all, and I'm so excited to welcome you to the first episode of the subcategory of this channel called The Guest Edit. And it's a platform where I invite incredible foodies and chefs to join me in for a nice chat, share some cooking tips, and cook their favorite dishes in the kitchen with them all together. So stay tuned and let's see where the ride takes us today. But I'm very, very happy to be sitting here today with the two amazing guys in Fotografiska Tallinn. They are true stars of Copenhagen's culinary scene and are champions of plant-based cuisine. This is the duo that has proved to the world that Michelin can be punk. They are the hands and brains behind the restaurant Baka the Busk. They have been said to be the influential force in creating new food trends in Europe. And a very nice quote that I found about you was that they can really create magic and a whole universe from the most boring piece of veggie there is. Jonathan started his journey under Hannah Grant at David's Bistro, and among various restaurants and projects he has been a part of, he has also gained experience in La Verre Vola in Paris, working with Erwin Lauterbach, who has heavily influenced his focus on veggie-centric cuisine. And Philipp is an artist at heart, combining art with food to create unforgettable sceneries. He is the heart and soul behind the magic of creating extraordinary experiences with world-class service. And if I'm not mistaken, you have a little sidekick in selling vintage glassware, vintage frames. Aside from Baka the Busk, the guys also hold the catering Halamadeli, and they both are said to be charming storytellers, so I can't wait to hear the stories you're going to hit me with today.
Oh, hallelujah, Jonathan, that's going to be you.
Let's see.
But I found a nice quote from your Instagram that says, that's by George Bernard Shaw, that says, "There is no love sincerer than the love for food." And I can't agree more to that. I'm ready to explore the rock and roll of your world. Welcome to the show, Philipp and Jonathan.
Thank you very much.
You seem to be an amazing duo and having collaborated for years, but what's the story behind that? Are you besties from childhood, school friends, funny, weird party that you met at? What's the story behind?
So I met you, Jonathan, in high school.
Yeah.
Where you had the super nice haircut. You looked
the punk one.
You looked like a drummer from like a heavy metal band from maybe Hungary or something.
Or Estonia.
It could be Estonia, actually.
Of course.
And you had some very heavy piercings, I remember.
But how have you managed to keep this really nice collaboration working for so long? I would say over 10 years, 10, 14 years?
We didn't do business for that long.
Okay.
We were just friends.
We had a break for 5 years. Mm-hmm. But right after high school, we had a little project where we bicycled from Copenhagen to Barcelona, where we bought two bicycles, one very long one.
A long john.
A long john, actually. A heavy bicycle and one normal racer. And then the plan was to shift every day through Barcelona. But it ended up with Jonathan driving the long john actually all the way to La Rambla.
Yeah. Took one small hill.
Why
it was so heavy. And he has very strong legs, you know, so he took the long john. And then we bicycled all the way from Copenhagen to
Hamburg, Amsterdam,
Paris, Perpignan, Barcelona.
Pretty much like a Euro trip on bikes.
Yeah.
You could
And we
say.
got a little dog on the way as well.
You took the dog
dog
along to a bike trip.
I got a dog.
You got a dog. Yeah.
He's 13 years old today, living his best life.
But how did you transport him? In a backpack?
No, in the basket in the bike.
Seriously? This is hilarious. This sounds
And
so
I
nice.
didn't know anything about racing dogs, so I didn't understand why he was chewing on all the different wires on the bicycle. And you know, we had some rules on the trip. We couldn't bring any internet, so we couldn't Google anything. So it took me a long time to Google, because like dog puppies.
Teething.
Yeah, like humans, like everybody else, they're scratching so much because the teething are coming out.
Okay.
That's why he bit all of my wires up.
So it was a puppy.
Yeah.
It was a puppy in a bike basket.
Yeah.
Through Europe.
Yeah.
That's a very good start for your collaboration. But how has it
With
been?
a puppy or what?
The puppy was the cherry on the top.
The cherry on the top. But how has it been working and running a business with a long-term friend?
It's been good. We are more than just the two of us. We're actually 5 friends.
5 friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but it's been good, but also a challenge, of course.
For sure. It's tough sometimes. But I think the great thing is also that you can be honest and just like, what the fuck are you doing?
And we have been arguing before we had the restaurant.
I think having that honesty and
we're not afraid of an argument.
Oh, that is a good baseline for that. That's a very good baseline for that. But I understand that you have also actually run a TV show together with Daniel Jose Abiyani, where you aim to inspire more people to create plant-based foods.
Yes, or vegetarian food.
Or vegetarian foods, exactly.
Like
but
vegetables.
can you share one tip to the listeners and to the audience? What produce could we try at homes that we don't normally try or use as much in our home kitchens?
I think taking in some like of the hard vegetables that you have here that you don't normally use that much, like celeriac roots or turnips.
Turnips.
Like vegetables that are kind of forgotten nowadays because you only eat tomato and potatoes.
Yeah, I think turnip is a really great veggie that we could definitely use a lot more.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So not a lot of people use it in the home kitchen anymore.
I think it might be slightly ruined because our grannies were just boiling the chunks of turnips and then mixing it with some oil, and it tasted ordinary, let's just say so. But what are some of the things, how to assemble a perfect salad? What to do and what not to do to make a salad really good?
What a great question.
Well, for me, it needs acidity for sure. So, and it needs the perfect amount of like dressing. And then you need to like think about what kind of salad that you are working with, and what you are comparing it to. So, and it's always up to what you're eating with the salad. But most of the time, like I don't like salads that are too much. Like keep it simple. Don't go too crazy.
Aim for simplicity.
Yeah, if it's like all the kale you have and then cucumbers and you just mix everything into like a bowl, then for me it becomes like unrefined in a way.
Yeah.
So it needs to work together, also all the ingredients. And
But if you would take turnip, what would you combine to make turnip into a beautiful salad? How would you prepare it?
For me, I like turnip and blue cheese.
Turnip and blue cheese.
Yeah, and I think also when you cook the turnip, for me, it needs a little bit of sugar because it's very bitter, and then a good amount of acidity in the broth that you're boiling the turnip in. And then you need to pair it up with something seasonal. So at our restaurant, what we do at the moment, we do a turnip and pear and blue cheese salad.
Turnip, pear, and blue cheese. This sounds amazing. But how? Like, is there any tips or any guidelines how to cut the turnip, how to prepare it? Do you crumble the blue cheese on it?
Don't overboil it.
Okay.
That's, I think, the most important part of the turnip. Rather keep it on the little raw side than like overboil, because then it also gets like very metallic and
Bitter.
bitter. Yeah.
And when does it? What is the boiling amount of time? How much?
Depends how big the turnip is, but and how you cut it, of course. But for me, if we cut it into like, I don't know, half a turnip, if you have like this, half a turnip, then the boiling time is around 2 minutes or something, 1 minute.
Only 2
and then
minutes?
we leave it like in the hot liquid.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a very, very good tip.
Yeah.
But what are some of the things that definitely we should not do when we're prepping salads? What are some of the common mistakes that you've seen?
I think just like,
Undersalting.
yeah.
Undersalting.
I have this memory of at a lot of family parties in my childhood, all the old ladies, they were undersalting and under-oiling salads. So it's like just fresh vegetables, a lot of fresh kale and radishes and so on. But no salt, no oil, no pepper.
So there was no moisture and sort of kick to it, basically. It takes that
I mean,
away.
like, what is important with like salads for me is also that you do, in French, you're like fatiguing the salad, they call it. So you are like,
What does that mean?
That means that you're like, if you're fatigued, you're tired.
Yeah.
So you're tiring the salad with the vinaigrette. So it needs to be like soaked up in the vinaigrette. If it gets a little bit too like if there's not enough vinaigrette, it gets like boring. And then I don't really like these. I mean, I like it, but often it also becomes like something that you just have to eat, where you just put a lot of like grains and kale and cucumbers and then also a little bit of pepper fruits and and
That's
you mix
like a
everything.
classic mistake when you put too much in the salad.
Too much of stuff that doesn't make sense anymore.
Like you don't have to put radish, cucumber, red bell pepper, and glass kale. Like some of the time it's the same feeling and maybe the same watery taste. Then you only need one of them maybe.
Okay. Is there a golden rule? How many ingredients could there be at max at a great salad?
There's no golden rule like that, because you can always. I mean, like sometimes we also overdo it. I mean, our motto is also kind of more is more sometimes, but then it's in the same idea and it's in the same family.
But there is some rules. Like you never make food with more than, like if you have whole nuts, then you don't put more than one type of nuts in it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, if you make like a eggplant dish and you put cashews on, then you don't add hazelnuts or walnuts.
Yeah.
So it's basically sticking to one category.
Yeah,
or
maybe
one
with
type.
nuts.
Sticking to one category and then maybe sticking to the same kind of families.
That's a very, very, very good guideline.
Yeah.
But Philipp, sustainability is one of the key factors here in Fotografiska and also in Baka the Busk. And what I'm particularly interested is, can you give one great tip to the audience? How can we reduce food waste at home? Because actually food waste at home is the biggest problem across globe. What are some of the easiest tips and tricks you would recommend?
Buy a little piece of land and buy 10 chickens with your family.
That's
or
a very
friends.
good point, because chickens eats everything.
Like I have the feeling that in my home we have to sort out all the trash, like everybody else. And sometimes it feels very not fulfilling when the big trash car comes and they just take everything together. It's like, fuck me. So sometimes it would be nice to have a place where you could go with your scraps and all your leftovers from doing vegetables.
That would get eaten by the chickens.
And I mean, if you have some chickens, but it's tough if you live in an apartment, right?
That would be actually quite fun.
so
Try
this-
to hold some chickens in the apartment.
No. So the thing you do is always just boiling down scraps, make it into syrup.
That's a good tip as well.
For something, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Christmas is also knocking on the door, and I know you have a background in art and photography. Maybe you have some really cool arty tips for us. Maybe there's some part of the produce that we can't eat, but can we use some of them for, let's say, table decorations, room decorations?
Yeah, we do that a lot at the
For sure.
restaurant.
How do you do that? Which ones?
Well, everything is beautiful in its own way.
Share some tips, because
But I
I
think
want to
that
have a really
But you
beautiful
could make
Christmas
like
table.
a collection of cucumbers and put them in like a vase instead of flowers.
Or in a jar.
Okay,
you know?
but how would I have to dry them, or like?
No, they can just be fresh. for a
just
while.
cucumbers in a vase.
Yeah, we do that at the restaurant.
That's
we
actually cool.
always expose all the vegetables in season through the restaurant, as like instead of in the wintertime, for example, we don't have fresh flowers because we only get fresh flowers in the summertime from our farmers. But then we expose the vegetables that's in season instead.
Otherwise, we made a kind of a weird project where we hung hundreds of artichokes in the ceiling, upside down, so the flower is down.
It's like a chandelier, basically.
Yeah,
if you
but
put
that
artichokes
goes through
together.
all of the restaurant.
I wouldn't.
Really
I
cool.
wouldn't recommend people to do that at home because
Why?
it's a big project and like flower stuff is falling down. And
No, but that's only this season, because then we got some of the, I don't know if it's the male or the female, but then they began to like mate. So all of a sudden, like half of the artichokes, they began to loosen their flowers.
Yeah.
So it like fall down on people while they were eating.
Beautiful nature.
It's a whole new thing.
But it is beautiful though.
It's plant porn.
It's plant porn, exactly.
It's live in the ceiling.
Really cool.
But otherwise, good things like what to do with vegetable in art. Man, it's just you can do everything.
Limitless opportunities. But one quote also from the Instagram, so I will probably have to look to Philipp for that, was that we don't remember days, we remember moments. Would you be open to share what are some of the most influential moments of your lives, both of you? Something that has touched you deeply, what has been profound, or in other words, what has been extremely challenging and grew you very much through that?
The first thing when you ask me, the first thing I think of is the moment I walk into this museum in Malaga, where I saw the Guernica, the big Picasso painting, with like the First World War. No, the Spanish Civil War.
Okay.
Like big painting with in black and white. And I cried for many hours. It was so touching to see that painting.
That's how much you love art. It's amazing.
I don't know. I think I've been staring at it like in school books. I've been staring at this very small painting, and then I saw it in real life. It's like 12 meters long.
But when we did the Camino, you also saw it in the stones. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
At the.
But I have a very, very nice memory of you. Also, when I think of good memories, it's you selling lemonade outside of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, big business.
He sold one.
Was that a part of the bike trip?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we were. Yeah, the idea was like to make money, don't use money. So we tried to sell. We got a lot of lemons, and when you got lemons,
Smart.
You squeeze them.
You make lemonade.
Exactly. When
But
life gives you
it didn't really
lemons.
make a lot of money for us, and we had to take it on, and it went.
But what about you, Jonathan? Some of the most profound or challenging moments of your life, if you look back.
It's a really good question, and a little hard to answer. But I think when we built the restaurant was like quite an intense moment, because we put all of our money into it, and we kind of went all in. And we were 5 guys, and we didn't have anything anymore. So we had to open. We had to have money the next day, and we weren't really finished with the restaurant. So we just opened. So it was like a big moment for me when everything came together after a lot of hard work.
But how did you feel inside at that point in time? Because you have to have, I would say, a certain level of very deep self-belief.
Yeah,
at this point.
We felt pretty confident. I think we were like ready to just push all the energy we had into the project, like limitless amount of energy from when we were 26 years old, or it was another time, and we were just ready to do whatever it took.
Has there ever been a moment when you look back towards the journey of the restaurant where you have regretted opening the restaurant or thought that maybe I would have done this or that different?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I've regretted opening the restaurant, but a lot of times we think about we could have done things differently. Or
for example, can you pull one example? What would you do differently if you could?
I mean, it's hard to always agree on stuff. Five guys, 5 friends, where everybody has something to say. But at the same time, it's our strength that we are good, 5 good friends. But it's also difficult.
When did you know that you want to become chef?
That's
When
a
I
good
was
question.
a very, very, very small child. Well, it just came from eating out at restaurants and like always being like super bound to whatever was going on there. And then at a very like young age, I also watched a lot of. I came home from school and I liked to watch Jamie Oliver TV show. I just remember always wanting to have a restaurant.
But as much as I know about kitchens and restaurants, stuff happens, stuff goes down in the kitchen. Can you share a few crazy stories? What has happened in Baka de Busk over the years? Some of the funniest and most insane moments.
Well, we used to have like hidden toilets.
Hidden toilets?
Like in the back of the kitchen.
Why?
And we only had one toilet, and then we used like the building's toilet. We were, and a lot of people, like random people, have walked through that kitchen. like really a lot of people, like, and then you just end up talking with people who has to go for the toilet or.
I remember one time when we just opened, there's this Copenhagen like techno party called Distortion that we have been at, and Jonathan, you called me very early in the morning and said, today is the day a food critic is coming, and he's a very crucial one in Denmark. So I came and we've been...
Well, it wasn't very early.
I felt it was early.
It was like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah, but it was because we were partying until I don't know, 11 in the morning or something. It was a crazy one. And then we came and everything just fucked up with this food critic.
God.
And he made like the very famous napkin trick where you...
Throw the napkin down on the floor.
You leave the napkin on and then you put your foot on it. And it was like a sandal. It was summertime. And he had a very big old foot in the sandal, just pressing the napkin down. And I tried like to take the napkin away, and it was a very hard task. But we ended actually up with the managing and just charming our way through this food critic and talk about like some tomatoes or something, where it was just super simple. But it was a very desperate moment. Yeah.
Oh, I was just recently
everything
looking.
didn't go wrong.
Oh, we got 4 stars.
Was
You?
okay.
Nice. That's a good evaluation. I was just recently looking at the movie Burnt with Bradley Cooper, and there's also like the part where the Michelin critics come, etc. But how does it actually feel inside the kitchen for you when you know there's a critic coming? Are you nervous, or are you always like super confident when you know like other chefs are eating your food?
Well, I think over time you become more confident in what you're doing. In the beginning, of course, we just opened the restaurant. It was different. Like a big chef comes or a big food critic comes, and you're like, okay, now it's like. But now we're so confident in what we're doing that it doesn't really matter that much anymore who it is.
Yeah.
It's, of course, you give everybody the best treatment that we can get, that we can do.
Jonathan, a few years ago, you put together a 3-course menu that would cost under 100 kroner. Holidays are coming, and can you share a few tips how to prep a 3-course dinner for holidays that would be on a reasonable budget? What would you put on the plate?
Vegetables for sure.
For sure. Which ones?
Because root celeriac for the holiday, the pumpkin, the sweet pumpkin,
And beetroot.
beetroot, yeah, for sure. Horseradish,
Apple.
like, for the entree. Probably like the root celeriac carpaccio that you had yesterday, and maybe using some of the nuts that you are normally combining with Christmas. So
Almonds?
Almonds,
like crunchy salted almonds and.
Would mandarin zest work for the?
Yeah, but you can also do it in like a mandarin way, but I don't know how much celeriac and mandarin really work together.
What about
not so much.
You have made
That's a
the
good point.
beetroot tartare a lot with like whipped cream and horseradish.
We've done that as well, yes.
Where you put the horseradish in the whipped cream.
Yeah, so it's like half cooked beetroot and half raw beetroot that you kind of grate on the, what do you call that, grater in English? I don't know. We call it like a grandma's grater in Denmark.
The one, yep.
The squared one.
The decent ones, the big ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you like grate half of it and you mix it like tartare that you would normally do with meat. And then you add like this horseradish cream to it.
Sounds
it's
nice.
very good.
What would you make for mains?
For mains, no meat, no protein.
Okay.
I think I would make like baked carrots and maybe like also going with the color theme, since it's Christmas. And then if you have like the nice red beetroot to begin with, then you could have like the orangey. Then I would add the mandarins and the oranges and carrots and pumpkins and like roasted vegetables, and with a sweet sauce made from the mandarin juice. You could add like spices from the Christmas, like cloves and anise and fennel seeds.
I like the sauce idea, because I think the sauce always combines the dish together. So we would have mandarin juice, the Christmas spices. What else would you put in the sauce?
Depends what like way you were going. If you want to go like spicy, you could add like chilies, or as we've done here, we made like a spicy kimchi beurre blanc with like with the juices that's left from the kimchi, and you mix that with butter.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
Or you could go in a more sweet direction, and then adding white wine, and orange juice, and maybe carrot juice, and boiling that down.
Sounds nice. But for dessert, what would you put for dessert?
For Christmas,
Risalamande.
we eat risalamande in Denmark.
What is that?
It's a old school rice dish. Mostly you would know it as arroz con leche in Spain, but then there is like a Danish version where you eat it with cherry sauce and mixed with almonds. So it's a dessert that was made from a mistake at a hotel in Denmark, I don't know, 200 years ago.
Good mistakes always run somewhere good.
Yeah. First of all, you boil the rice with milk and vanilla and sugar.
Yep.
And then it's very important that you don't overboil the rice too much, because then it kind of get too mushy.
Yeah. It needs to have some texture.
It needs to have some texture. And so the thing in Denmark, you cook it like very slowly, and then you leave it to rest under your pillow.
Under your pillow? You're going to snuggle with it in,
you have
in your
to
bed
like, it has
overnight.
to like stay for some
cute.
hours. So that's the porridge part. And then once it's cooled down, you mix in with whipped cream and almonds that's blanched and peeled and chopped. And then you just like mix it. And there's also, if it needs a little more sugar, you put a little sugar in there, but you have to taste. And
when you serve it?
And then when you serve it with one big almond. And the one who gets the almond during Christmas gets like the present of the day.
Oh, nice.
And then you serve it with a hot cherry sauce, which is basically just preserved cherries from the summer that you cook with sugar.
There's a super nice Christmas dessert challenge for everybody watching the show. But we are running to the end of the show, slowly, of the talk part, and we will soon be heading to your kitchen. But I do have one little tip that I would like to give to the listeners. Let's say I am just decorating my new kitchen. I do have my stove, I do have my ovens, I do have the basics set, but what is the first thing that you would say I definitely have to purchase? What is the first kitchen gadget or utensil that I need?
For me, it's a mandolin.
Mandolin.
Like the Japanese mandolin, especially if you're cooking a lot of vegetables. Because it's like a very good way to cut vegetables, and it's easy and it's quick, and you can use it for... Of course, you can also use your knife, but this one makes you cut like very thinly and
very even.
Even, yeah.
I actually do not have a mandolin at home, so
Really?
I need to get one. It's insane.
For me,
how come
I mean,
have.
like if I have my stove and my cutting board and my knife and my pan, then I would take the mandolin.
I think it would be now quite a good time to head to the kitchen to see which type of a little bit of everyday luxury can we start cooking today that would be elegant, vibrant in taste, combining all of the nice veggies together, and super simple to make, so that everybody watching the show can have a go at
So
it.
it's family food.
All right, let's see what we got.
So let's see what Jonathan has for us. See you in the kitchen.
All right. Welcome to Paula's Kitchen Stories, where today she meets Jonathan Knoll from Baka and Busk on this rooftop restaurant in Tallinn. My name is Philipp. I will be the assistant to you, both of you.
The show host for the kitchen edit.
Welcome to Philipp's Kitchen Stories.
Welcome.
This is Paula.
So nice of you to have me here.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. And it's an honor we get to be the students then today. Yeah.
You are the Jedi and we are the Padawans.
Exactly. But what shall we be cooking today?
I think we talked about earlier the Christmas dish.
Yep.
And since the Christmas is coming up, so we found some vegetables here in the kitchen. So we're gonna do this huge Estonian carrot.
Oh, nice.
Like in a Christmas vibe that we were talking about earlier.
That's a carrot. I thought it was a parsnip.
I think it's a carrot.
That's a carrot.
Yeah.
Det er ikke noget for dig.
What are we gonna make from that carrot?
Well, we're gonna roast it.
Okay.
So you could whole roast it in the oven, but we don't have that much time, so we're gonna do like a pan roast.
I think that's the best tip of the kitchen. If you need something fast, chop it up.
Yeah, right. And then we're gonna make also a salad on the carrot as well.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna go until here. And then we're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna go on the pan.
Okay, nice chunks.
Right?
So you put some oil and then you add the carrots.
Yeah.
No garlic.
Not yet.
Okay.
I think now we just want to go for like a really like slow roast.
Okay. So we're keeping it on low.
Keeping it on low heat for now. And then we just leave it to get some char. And then we're gonna make the sauce on the pan as well. And then we're gonna add like this raw carrot and orange salad to it.
Raw carrot and orange salad.
Yes.
Is that the thing that you would usually use a mandolin for?
Yeah, I would. And you could cut like very nice and fine stripes.
Okay.
And then if you can cut the clementines or the
mandarins, clementines.
yeah, and the oranges, so we want them to be like, and we're gonna save the peel to make the sauce.
Okay.
Out.
And then fillet them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I can stand here and I will chop the carrots.
I already failed.
You already feel
It's okay.
Well, I will try to fix my mistakes. Philip, how much do you cook at home?
Every day,
Every day. What are your favorite dishes that you cook at home?
I like to cook some big stews.
Big stews?
Takes a long time and.
So now we got some caramelization on this.
Ah,
Maybe a little too quick,
let's see.
but this is the problem
Oh,
about
this is
working with
nice.
foreign stoves and
Well, every stove and every pan is a bit different.
Yeah.
Do you
Tack.
approve of my little fillet?
yeah, let's go for it.
Yes, chef. Oh, those are beautiful. You have to teach me how to do that. Basically a millimeter. Only
As thin
slight.
as possible. And then you like put them on top of each other. And then you go with the knife. You just let the knife kind of do the work.
And is it the thing that you need to have the knuckles
you need to
in
have the
front of
knuckles
the...
like this, like a claw. Like
Have you
down here.
ever chopped a piece of your finger off
Not on a knife.
on a mandolin?
No, not on a mandolin. I've done a much worse one. I can't feel the tip of my finger.
Oh
here.
no.
Because I was washing, when I was 16 years old, I worked at a pizzeria. And I was washing the slicer for meat. And then it went through the cloth and through my finger, and I lost the whole top of my finger.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
It was
So
That was not a
not
nice day.
exactly as good as yours, but
we'll go
can
for
I
it,
can I
right?
get a 4 out of 5?
You can, no.
No.
You can get a 1 out of 5 maybe.
Oh.
2 out of 5.
Damn it.
2 out of 5.
I need
But it
practice.
tastes good.
I need practice. I will just eat it.
Well,
We will stick
You
to
can
your
use it.
stripes and we can just
Yeah.
eat mine.
good,
It's a
right?
deal. It's a deal.
3 out of 5.
Thank you. I will practice more.
Okay, so now it's just roasting slowly. Then we will add the Christmas spices.
On the pan?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the anise, the cloves, the cinnamon, and the juniper.
All the good ones. Bringing in the spice.
Juniper.
This is gorgeous.
We add that to the pan.
Is that better?
That's a 4 out of 5.
Yes.
A little practice.
A little practice.
And then we add
Makes
all the mess, huh?
All the mess, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Then we add the orange zest
On the pan?
on the pan.
I will just eat those. All the mess went on the pan.
All the mess went on the pan.
You don't want to use this?
You can use it for decoration.
Yeah, but that's what I did.
Oi! Baka.
It means the fool in Japanese.
Idiot.
I've heard. I read that it means idiot.
Idiot in the bush.
Okay,
That's a
so
good
we
name.
got the carrots and the peelings.
I'm
And-
still working on the oranges.
You're working on the oranges. I will work on the oranges as well
Okay, I will.
because we don't want.
Those things. Okay.
not really,
Yes.
right?
Yes. I am here to learn. Better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Ah, no.
I'll show you.
That's not better.
Then we just go like this.
This is
I learned a very, very useful new tip right now.
Do you have this, Paula? You have the same game in Estonian where if you peel one citrus fruit in a whole peel, one big piece, then you get a wish.
No, I've never heard of that story.
So
Do
like
tell.
for instance this one, I peeled the whole thing in one,
Okay.
and then you smell, and you think of something you want in life.
I'm gonna use that.
a
I'm gonna
wish.
definitely use that in the future.
Take all the juice on
All
the
the
pan.
juice is on the pan. Super nice. So,
So we got everything for
do
our
you
salad.
need more of the mandarins?
No, we're good.
We're good.
Okay,
All good.
we need to
Nice.
chop a little bit of chilies.
A little
of the
bit
seeds.
of seeds
And
as
then
well.
I will put
Okay.
some wine on the pan because now we're
That's
there.
the best part.
You
that's
see
the
now
best
the
part.
carrots, they're like cooked.
Do you
But
want?
we're gonna get all the crispiness from this. Oh, what is this? This is not a 4 out of 5, is it?
That is a -5. Sorry. Do you want rounds or little stripes?
This is perfect.
This is perfect.
That's a 5 out of 5.
I did get a perfect. Finally.
And you can use all the type of wine you like.
Yeah, we just took a white wine from the restaurant.
But is there a difference if I add, let's say, sweet wine? If I add like dry
there will
white
always
wine?
be I would prefer for cooking. I would prefer a little bit dry white wine.
A little bit dry white wine. Why so?
Because we're gonna add a lot of sweetness to the dish with the carrot juice. So this is what we're gonna make the sauce of, the carrot juice.
And it's gonna give us a really nice orange color
Yeah.
and some sweetness to it as well. So I left the seeds in. Chilies are here. Do you need more?
No, then I take this
Okay.
and we put it here. Right?
Everything goes in.
Yeah. To give some flavor for the sauce.
Super
Then you can
nice.
just like if we, you can like do like this, and if you can kind of get your finger down and it doesn't hurt, it's almost cooked.
Almost cooked. Okay.
We turn it up a bit.
What was the best tip that you actually took along from Paris from the years when you were there? What was the most important thing that you learned there?
To push
To push harder
harder.
in the kitchen?
Yeah, because it's a really busy place to cook,
It is.
and you need to be ready because you meet it at 9 and you have lunch at 12 and you have a full restaurant, and then you have a double seat full restaurant at 8 or at 7 o'clock again. And we were only 2 chefs. And we had
Okay.
we were changing the menu every day.
Oh, wow.
So to push hard and to only use the best product available.
That's a very
And
good
then
tip.
sometimes like don't overthink it, just do it.
Don't overthink
because-
it, just do it. I like that one.
because then you don't have time to overthink stuff there. Okay, so
That's true.
we're gonna add some wine,
How much approximately?
half a glass.
Half a glass. So we have 1 huge carrot. We have orange zest. We have lots of olive oil. We
Yeah.
have anise, cinnamon, cloves, chili, and half a glass of wine.
Yes, and then carrot juice. You can also use orange juice.
It's about 20 centiliters.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna use
Yeah.
all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can also add orange juice, which is like a little bit easier to get your hands on, right?
But which one would you prefer? If you had a chance
We
to
did add
choose
some orange juice, so I would do 50-50.
both of the
And
combinations.
then we're just gonna reduce hot, and we can cook the carrot in the juice a little bit so they get like a little glazed.
So you now let it on quite a high temperature to reduce quickly.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
You like it so far?
we like
you
it so
want me
far.
to take it? Trash
I
can.
love the
trash
Christmas scent that is up here.
Yeah,
I'm
can
feeling
you
like
smell it?
Christmas. It's feeling like Christmas, and Santa is coming soon.
This is so much Christmas.
Philip, do you want to be the Santa?
Center?
Santa.
Center of attention.
I want to be the
Center.
Santa of attention.
You can be the Santa of attention.
So this one you use in so many alcohols like arak and uso and pastis.
But you know what I like to use those most for? Decoration. On the table, on the dishes,
You could play
on the
backgammon
kitchen
with
counters.
it. If you have a
Yes.
whole play of backgammon
Actually, you can.
or ludo.
So we're gonna take it just off the heat.
When do you know that it's ready? What's the sort of sign for that?
When it becomes thick and like more of a glaze, you can see the carrots beginning to be glazed.
I can.
And they should not cook for that much longer.
Okay, so
So
we
we're
want to
gonna
keep the
cook-
carrots a bit crispy.
Yeah,
That's
a
the
little
thing.
bit al dente, right?
Okay,
And then we're gonna do 2 servings here.
okay.
And you can see also like there's
Yeah.
not a lot of
I
liquid
can see
left.
it has
so-
reduced quite decently
Yeah.
already, and it's becoming a bit more thick.
So we have the carrots.
Okay, carrots are done.
Yeah, we just
You
give them
put
a
some
little bit of salt.
decent salt. Is that Maldon salt?
Yeah, that's Maldon salt, but you
That's
can
the
use
best
fine
one.
salt. That was just the one we had, right?
I like the Maldon salt. That's my
Then we're
favorite
gonna
one.
take this juice.
Yep.
And we're gonna whisk in a little bit of butter.
Okay, but we're gonna do that with the herbs.
We can, but we can also take it out.
How much of butter shall we put?
A lot.
A lot.
Enough.
That's the good answer. We're gonna put a lot of butter. A lot in your language means a spoonful or 2 spoonfuls?
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3. The more the merrier.
We can also do the whisk.
And we need salt, you said?
Yeah, but we season afterwards.
And you keep it on heat, on low heat, to whisk it?
Yeah.
Okay. And until it becomes creamier? Thick and creamy.
Yeah, you like it?
There is salt, there is sweet, there is acidity, creaminess, and Christmas.
Then if we want a little bit extra of the spices,
Okay.
we can go like this.
And we crush them.
Huh? Okay, we can do like this.
And then it's gonna be a paste
Yeah, and then we add a little bit for the salt.
to the sauce.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we take the,
What do we do with the salad?
we mix it.
Mix it, okay. With the mandarins that are peeled and sort of pulled apart,
Yeah.
and the oranges that are filleted. Is that the correct
That's
phrase?
correct, yes.
Yeah.
And then we add a
Fillet
little bit of
oranges,
salt.
A little bit of salt. Can I put some salt, chef?
Yes.
Yay. I'm gonna put some salt.
This is my favorite thing.
Some salt,
Olive oil,
olive oil,
It's gonna
chili,
chilies.
chilies.
How do you want
I'm gonna
this?
take the
Ja, så
chilies.
meget som muligt.
Chilies in, and then toss
Top.
with my fingers.
With your fingers. You can add a
Nice.
little bit of lemon juice also, it's nice, but we also have the sauce, we just add a little.
Okay, I like that you use pretty much the same ingredients in all the elements.
Yeah.
So it kind of combines it together.
That's the idea. To combine the maximum around 2 families.
I'm very
So we
messy.
have the-
I'm very sorry.
It's okay. We have the citrus and we have the carrots.
Nice.
Yeah?
There's a nice mixture here going on. Can I have a taste?
Taste it.
Try the salt. I would say more salt. Yeah. There needs to be more salt.
So now,
What about some orange peel?
we could use that as, but we
That's-
used it in
As
the
garnish?
sauce.
That's where all the vitamins are.
We can use that as
Do like
garnish.
a little bit of
Super nice. Do I need to? Ah, perfect. That's gonna add an extra kick to the party here.
then we just add a little bit of this for the sauce. So we took the spices that was
This is lovely. This is
that we
amazing.
cooked the sauce with. And you can save that until next time, or because then you're gonna get
Good.
just a little more Christmas. You want to taste?
Thank you.
Never mind.
You can add a little more.
Nice.
Huh?
A little more. I agree. And for the decoration, the salad goes next to it or on top. It goes on top. Oh, this looks nice. This is beautiful.
Very acidic, right?
Let's have the artist do the final decoration.
That's him or what?
I was thinking about him.
So
Okay, let
Who
me do
usually
it.
does the decoration? You do still.
the food, yes.
Yeah. The
Wow,
food.
it's a beautiful dish.
It's a very,
Right. Then we go like
it's a
this,
very pretty one.
and then
Nice.
with the sauce.
Looks like this
It looks beautiful.
Mediterranean boat.
It does look like a Mediterranean boat. And the tastes are so Christmassy, but the visual appeal of it is, I think, like everything screaming summer and spring. So it's a beautiful combination of fresh and spicy and everything.
And that
Which
was
is
the
amazing.
big Estonian carrots.
That was a huge
Nobody,
carrot.
that nobody
That was a
wanted,
huge
that
one.
nobody wanted to use. But it was nice, right?
It
So
was
now
nice.
you can taste.
We are done, chef. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. The carrot is actually nice and firm from the inside, soft on the outside. Let's see. A little bit of the salad.
It's good. And you take it like a small mandarin to get a little fresh.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so fresh from the mandarins and from the oranges. And I have to tell you, I did not believe that this carrot is going to be cooked through, but it actually is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's super tasty. Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm gonna hug you. I'm not gonna shake your hand.
No.
Thank you so much for watching. Click like if you like it, and if you like the video, send it to Philipp's or Jonathan's friends so they can also have a look at it. Take care.
Ciao. Thank you for today. Rooftop party is over. Plant Boys versus Paula.
Time for shots.
Volume 1. Cut.
Cut.